On the world news tonight, we will implement seasonal malaria chemopreventative therapy, Junior Health Minister says. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board naps 27 impersonators at 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, and federal government makes frantic efforts to reduce inflation to single digits. Welcome. This is the World News on River State Television, double to here in Port Harcourt. My name is Ibigoni Khalil. The federal government has promised to implement the seasonal malaria chemoprevention SMC in 2021 eligible states and provide 30 million under 5 children with malaria preventive medicines. Minister of State for Health, Dr. Adekunle Salako, disclosed this at an event organized in collaboration with the Gates Foundation and other partners to commemorate World Malaria Day in Abuja. Saleko noted that in integrated supply chain mechanism coordinated by the National Product Supply Chain Management Program will be utilized to ensure efficient delivery of these life-saving commodities where they're most needed. He observed that the government has made adequate budgetary allocation to fill the funding gap created by the freeze in USAID PMI malaria elimination activities in our country, adding that the commodities to be procured include anti-messinin based combination therapies, ACTs, rapid diagnostic tests, RTD kits, injectable artesunate, and severe malaria and sulfadoxine pyrimethamine SP combination drugs for pregnant women. He stated that the government has initiated a process to pilot for the first time larval source management in 6 states, which include Abia, Borno, Ekiti, Lagos, Ondo, and River States. He noted that eliminating malaria and other related diseases is topmost in the agendas of this administration, adding that government, through the Rethinking Malaria Initiative, has put into action key strategies to change the narratives and drive a more effective and efficient malaria elimination goals. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has said that the federal government is planning to reduce inflation rate to single digits by creating more jobs. Edun stated this during a press conference addressed by the Nigerian economic team as a part of activities marking the end of the 2025 International Monetary Fund IMF and World Bank Spring meetings on Saturday in Washington, D.C. He said the government was in collaboration with development partners like the World Bank to create jobs for Nigerians in pursuit of poverty eradication. Edun said that the country's unemployment rate has dropped to 4.3% in the second quarter of 2024 from 5.3% in the first quarter of 2024. According to him, though the world faces a very uncertain future, Nigeria is well positioned to survive the shocks in spite of heightened tensions, inflation, and declining global growth. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Olayemi Kodoso, said that the government acknowledged the impact of inflationary pressures on the country, but added that the painful reforms embarked upon by the country were now yielding positive results. The Joint Admission and Matriculations Board, JAMB, has arrested 27 impersonators who attempted to sit for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations UTME on behalf of others. This was contained in a statement issued to newsmen in Abuja on Friday by the board's spokesperson, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. Addressing a separate incident at Caleb University, Dr. Benjamin confirmed that the board was alerted to the unauthorized restrictions placed on candidates wearing hijabs. He added that a swift action was taken following the incident. The Vice-Chancellor of Caleb University was said to have condemned the actions of an overzealous security officer responsible for the unauthorized restrictions. The examination board recently launched decoy websites designed to trap individuals seeking to cheat, which mimic those operated by fraudsters as a part of a certain operation that exposed at least 180 candidates who paid sums ranging from 30,000 for leaked examination questions and fake score upgrades. The board also said it delisted 4 computer-based testing CBT centers in Abuja. Candidates were scheduled to take their examinations at any of the affected centers have been advised to reprint their examination notification slips immediately. He further noted that as of Friday, 25th April 2025, more than 900,000 candidates had completed the UTME out of the 2,083,600 registered for the 2025 examinations. In a related development, the House of Representatives Committee on Basic Examination Bodies has assured the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board of its readiness to assist in addressing challenges and militating against the conduct of the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations across the country. Chairman of the committee, Oboku Ofoji, made the promise during an oversight exercise to monitor the ongoing UTME in some centers within the Federal Capital Territory on Friday. A statement issued by the media unit of the committee on Saturday quoted Ofoji as describing the UTME as a vehicle used by young Nigerians in their journey to self-discovery. Ofoji, however, noted a few challenges at some of the centers, particularly the absence of basic amenities such as air conditioning and first aid services. He noted that despite the identified challenges, the candidates remained resilient and determined, as observed in all the centers visited by the committee in the nation's capital. Meanwhile, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has cautioned the public against spreading the falsehood that it assigns candidates to examination centers outside the chosen towns. This was contained in a statement issued in Abuja on Saturday by the board's spokesperson, Dr. Fabian Benjamin. Benjamin stated that JAM recognizes the importance of convenience for candidates and ensures they sit for their examinations in locations of their choice among available CBT centers. According to him, every candidate has a prerogative to choose their examination town, and JAM assigns them to a center within that town. Benjamin added that to ensure transparency and to avoid being a judge in one's own case, such a proof should within the next 96 hours be sent to the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. Break is next, but do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. Massive blasts in Iran's major seaport claims lives of scores of people and NWF president attributes Nigeria's performance in Mauritius to appointment of technocrats. Details of this and more in just a moment.
Every great hero begins their day with a mission. And our heroes, they're on the hunt. Be a superhero. Join the Hunt and Win promo on Indomitable Packs. Cut and submit 20 unique Indomitable poses to win 100,000 Naira. Or submit 10 unique Indomitable poses and win a superhero carton. Visit your nearest redemption center to collect your reward. Or visit www.indomie.ng/IHWP for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Every great hero begins their day with a mission. And our heroes, they're on the hunt. Be a superhero. Join the Hunt and Win promo on Indomitable Packs. Cut and submit 20 unique Indomitable poses to win 100,000 Naira. Or submit 10 unique Indomitable poses and win a superhero carton. Visit your nearest redemption center to collect your reward. Or visit www.indomie.ng/IHWP for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Make you sabi, make una plan well.
Learn correct information about different kind of family planning method. Then they safe and they work well. You and your partner fit plan when una like to born pikin.
Tanda well, make you yarn with your partner. Make them sabi say you support modern family planning.
Oya waka go kolobi the better one wey go fit your body today. Cause say we get one wey correct for you and your partner.
Sabi the correct thing wey family planning dey do. Follow talk family planning with your partner. Waka go do family planning. Get it together. Get it together. Join hand plan your family for tomorrow wey better.
Now the Rivers State Ministry of Health bring una this message.
Every great hero begins their day with a mission. And our heroes, they're on the hunt. Be a superhero. Join the Hunt and Win promo on Indomitable Packs. Cut and submit 20 unique Indomitable poses to win 100,000 Naira. Or submit 10 unique Indomitable poses and win a superhero carton. Visit your nearest redemption center to collect your reward. Or visit www.indomie.ng/IHWP for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Good to have you join us again. Now, Rotary International joined their counterparts worldwide to celebrate World Malaria Day with a road walk around the Port Harcourt metropolis, organized by Rotarians Against Malaria Global, a Rotary Action Group comprising clubs under District 9141. The walk culminated at the Potts Johnson Street Health Center in the old Port Harcourt Township. Melvin Jackson tells us more.
Round global, end malaria now! Reverse, reimagine, and reignite. Stay committed.
The walk aimed at sensitizing members of the society on how to live a malaria-free world. The theme of this year is Malaria Ends With Us. Invest, reimagine, reignite, protect yourself and your loved ones from malaria. The Rotarians, bearing placards with inscriptions, various messages, distributed flyers and handbills and posted stickers on vehicles. Coordinator of the program and River State Ambassador representing Rotarians Against Malaria Global, Rotarian Captain Paul Ojinta, said that the aim was to sensitize and conscientize the society about preventing measures. Rotarian Ojinta added that protecting homes from mosquitoes could eliminate the parasite, as stagnant water is a breeding ground for mosquitoes, which is the main cause of malaria, advised against unclean gutters and unkempt environments.
Malaria has killed countless number of people, taking lives in our society, and we as Rotarians are taking it upon ourselves to put an end to this scourge called malaria by sensitizing the people, telling them ways to prevent being infected with this malaria and how they can protect themselves from this infestation. Right here we have free test kits, testing people. If they test positive to malaria, we're going to give them free treatment. We're going to give them medicines as well and take care of the malaria.
Permanent Secretary, River State Ministry of Health, Dr. Mekele Comfort Igwe, prayed residents to keep their surroundings clean and habitable at all times, adding that unhealthy surrounding is a breeding ground for malaria and other illnesses that could compromise their well-being.
We have already walked around some area around these chloroquine axis to create awareness, to tell people that they should keep their environment clean. They should make sure that the gutter around their houses are clean to avoid them suffer for malaria.
On their part, President, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express, District 9141, Rotarian Kalaine Peterside, District Ambassador, Rotarians Against Malaria Global, Rotarian Moses Egorerua, and a member of the Public Image Committee, Rotarians Against Malaria Global, Rotarian Timi Dare, described this year's theme as apt, but advised the public against purchasing over-the-counter drugs, as self-medication could be more harmful than helpful.
This morning we are going on a sensitization walk from Port Johnson Health Center to Lagos bus stop and the environs to tell people about the dangers of malaria and how we can prevent ourselves from catching this very dilapidating disease. It may look very simple, but trust me, it's a disease that's actually been a scourge in Africa especially. This is a project that is particularly dear to Rotarians because whatever we put our minds to do, we always do it and do it to the best of our ability. So we're calling on other stakeholders, other philanthropists, others that have a mind of service to join us in this campaign.
We need to keep the environment clean to avoid self-medication. You know, sleep in mosquito-treated nets, and also ensure that whenever they are sick, they don't do self-medication. Very important. They must go to a health facility and get tested before keeping themselves from malaria.
I'm glad that the work was a success. The campaign was good, and the partnership with the Ministry of Health. And I'm also glad when we had the Permanent Secretary herself doing the work with us all round. It shows commitment and leadership. And that's why we want everybody to say that, look, if she can come out to do this, if we all can come out to do this, then you have no choice than to end malaria wherever you are.
This year's World Malaria Day celebration was a collaborative effort of Rotary clubs from various areas in the state, which included Rotary Club of Port Harcourt, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Rumogba Golden, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt City Valley, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Top Health, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Airfield, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Transamadi, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt GRA, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Central, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Mboba, Rotary Club of Ishokbo, and in partnership with the World Health Organization, Rivers State Ministry of Health, UNICEF, the Nigerian Police, and other agencies. Malaria tests were conducted on residents and medication administered to them. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
Now, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo have signed an agreement to respect each other's sovereignty and come up with a draft peace deal by 2nd of May. The deal was signed by the two countries, foreign ministers in Washington, the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, also present at Friday's ceremony. Hundreds of thousands of civilians have been displaced in recent months as Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have seized swaths of the mineral-rich territory in eastern DR Congo. After losing territory, the government in Kinshasa turned to the U.S. for help in exchange for access to the minerals. State media in Iran has reported that at least 4 people have been killed and 500 injured in a massive explosion at one of Iran's key ports. The suspected chemical blast took place at Sahid Rajai, the country's largest commercial port, near the southern city of Bandar Abbas. On Saturday morning, the explosion blew out windows and roofs of nearby buildings and destroyed cars. Residents reported fleeing the impact of the blasts up to 50 kilometers away. Videos online show a fire growing into a huge inferno before the explosion, with people subsequently fleeing the blasts and others lying wounded on the roads surrounded by smoking debris. On Saturday afternoon, fires were still raging and the wafts as thick columns of black smoke filled the air. Authorities had dispatched helicopter crews to try and douse the flames, while medical crews rushed to transport the injured to hospitals. To entertainment, where Afrobeats stars Wizkid, Rema, Tems and Asake have been nominated for the 51st American Music Awards. They are among the nominees for the Favorite Afrobeats Artist Award, going head-to-head with South African Grammy winner Tyler. This category, introduced in 2022, has already proven to be a platform for showcasing the global reach of Afrobeats, with Wizkid making history as its inaugural winner. The ceremony will introduce 3 new categories: Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Social Song of the Year. Jennifer Lopez will return as host for the first time since 2025 and will also perform. The 2025 Mass will take place on May 26 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas and will air live, making it accessible to fans worldwide. President of the Nigeria Weightlifting Federation, Ibrahim Abdul, has credited Nigeria's triumphs at the African Senior Weightlifting Championship to the deliberate and strategic approach of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in reviving the nation's sports sector by appointing technocrats to head the National Sports Commission. Abdul made the statement in an interview in Mocha, Mauritius, where Nigeria is competing in the African Senior Weightlifting Championship, sitting on top of the medal standings with 10 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze. According to him, by appointing proven technocrats like Shehu Diko and Bukola Olapade, he said he laid a solid foundation for sustainable growth and prosperity for Nigerian sports. To end the news, let's take a recap of some of the major stories. The federal government has promised to implement seasonal malaria chemo prevention SMC in 21 eligible states and provide 30 million under 5 children with malaria preventive medicines. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has arrested 27 impersonators who attempted to sit the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME on behalf of others. We had also reported that the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has said that the federal government has to reduce inflation rate to single digits by creating more jobs. He stated this during a press conference addressed by the Nigerian Economic Team as a part of activities marking the end of the 2025 International Monetary Fund IMF and World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C. That's how we capture the world on the lenses of Double Two. Thank you for your time as well as your company. Good evening.